While students have their heads down with exams, last year's graduates are invited back for their formal graduation day. The guest speaker is one of Sydney University's most prestigious old boys, Prime Minister John Howard. And when a Conservative authority figure meets idealistic youth, everybody expects sparks to fly.
Then the procession arrives up on the dais and he will just come straight into his seat. And that way he won't stick out. If he's standing up here before the procession comes in, he's a shag on a rock.
So if you want to position somebody up through the Senate room windows, like
excellent
there's a phone working handset right there, and they can observe and they can contact anybody without disruption.
In the event of some, let's exaggerate, some attacks and stabs the Prime Minister, well, she's going to have to let us know, and we'll have to have cavalry and all that on the way. So that's the only thing. I want to make sure that the radio link is not very far away from where the Prime Minister is, at least in constant sound.
The Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor are to meet the Prime Minister and escort him to the Senate room to be formally robed for the ceremony.
Do you want me in there?
The visit is a rare chance for senior academics to catch the Prime Minister's ear. A meeting with staff has been scheduled for after the graduation ceremony.
Is he going in that way?
We got he's in the custody of the federal police. I just got a call. I'll probably go straight up to the Senate. You can just go to the Senate room.
Don't you think we should watch him?
No, he's gone. He's going.
Oh, right. Okay, no.
Did you?
Hey, get some more police in! Attention, please. We'd now like to form the procession for this morning's ceremony. As most people have done this before, this procession forms in two parts.
As I sat and watched the degrees being conferred, I reflected upon that day more than 35 years ago when I walked up and received my degree in this very great hall. I have to say that my arrival on that occasion went a little unremarked. There were quite a number of other differences. So the world has changed an enormous amount, and yet there is a delightful continuity in the ceremony that we have participated in today. And it's a reminder that although certain things change constantly, other things remain the same.
Do you want any more uniform here, or you want the Great Hall? I'm sitting in the Great Hall.
Words got out of the campus confrontation. Protest numbers are growing by the minute. The meeting with staff has been cancelled, and police have called reinforcements to try and get the PM back to his car and on to his next engagement.
Protect you from the educated.
Funny, they would have killed this guy. Okay, see you later.
them out, kicking and screaming and yelling Howard off campus. They were very angry.
Here today they've highlighted not only student dissatisfaction with education cuts, but also, crucially, the Prime Minister's personal security.
How'd it go?
Another job well done.
Peaceful protest.
You get anything?
Nice, you know. Got plenty of stuff. Can't miss that. Did you miss that? There's something wrong with it. Did you get it?
If we were to offer $20 a week, that corresponds to using 2% of our salary budget. And I think the Vice...
After a month of meetings, Professor Cram has devised an ingenious pay offer.
It's the GPLF, and I think I've got it right. Helen Ross and I are just trying to figure out whether we've got the right number of bodies there, but it's got to be nearest Emma. If we offer $20 a week, that's almost 5% for these people, and it's 1.3% for these people. So you get a little wedge of increment in there that looks like that. Okay?
He hopes the academics will be forced to accept it, even though it's much less than they want, because of mounting pressure from students who need their results to apply for scholarships next year.
It's a very differently structured offer from the way we understood you were going to make the offer. What happened?
Oh, I didn't know. So what did you understand?
We did talk about the importance of upfront salary increases because this being a catch-up claim, as the Vice-Chancellor agrees, and needing to have the payment up front rather than in little bits, maybe perhaps if something happens down the track. And I thought at that stage that you said yes, you recognised that, and in conversation with the Vice-Chancellor this had come up. So it really led us to expect an offer of a different kind from this. So that's why I was interested in what had happened to interrupt it, because obviously there was quite a hiatus last week the week before when the offer was not available, when it was going to be available, and then I was just interested in what had produced the difference.
Well, I don't agree that there is a difference, and so it's probably best not to discuss that. I think that if you pursue that line, you've already put into my mouth words that I haven't used, and I don't want to pursue that. I mean, I'm not going to defend myself or anything. There's nothing about this offer that hasn't been talked about from the very start.
We'll present this to the members on Wednesday. It's going to be very hard to represent to members that a $20 a week increase is anything other than an insult. And not that I will say that, I will not say that. I've been thinking hard over the weekend, how will the members react to this? And I wouldn't be at all confident that they would want to lift any bans. In fact, my fear is that they will want to put further bans on.
Well, we'd appreciate you using all effort to lift the bans.
I can't recommend it on the basis of this offer. I won't be able to recommend that.
So be it.
I will, I guess. Okay, should we have another date?
No, I don't think so. I think we'll wait and see what happens. All right.
Thank you.